What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I want to keep this one super short and super sweet, but I did want to give my official review of Lean Kitchen. So I live in Columbia, Missouri. I think a lot of people that are tuning into the channel at this point live in Columbia, Missouri as well. So it made sense to give a little bit of local feedback. So Lean Kitchen, as far as I understand it, is basically like a meal prep place. Like they're a company. I think they do pickups. I don't know if they do delivery. They've got a physical location, but essentially you can get on a plan where you buy X amount of meals per week, or you can just buy them one at a time like I do at the store. But basically they advertise themselves as super macro friendly meals. And so far in my experience, they have been exactly that. So what do I mean specifically? Well, when it comes to fat loss dieting, probably the two most important things in terms of the food portion are making sure that your caloric intake is in check, that you're actually in a caloric deficit. And then secondly, keeping your protein high enough so that, man, there are a lot of good reasons to keep your protein up, but primarily keeping your protein higher is going to give your body reason to keep the muscle around so that as you diet down, you keep the muscle that you have, or maybe even build a little bit, and the fat goes away. I don't think people realize it, but when people say they want to lose weight, what they really mean is they want to lose fat. So eating a high protein diet allows you to keep the muscle that you do have while you shed the body fat. Second to that, protein is super satiating. That's the word. I would argue that most people would consider protein the most satiating macronutrient, which just means it keeps you full. So if you eat something that has a lot of protein in, like this dish that I'm going to show you here in a bit, it's just more likely that you're going to be filled up. And for people who aren't tracking macros and just need like easy sort of principles to live by in terms of their diet, eating protein is a really good one. But let's get back to Lean Kitchen. So this meal right here is the barbecue chicken muscle maker. And honestly, the macros are a little bit too good to be true. 360 total calories, which for context really isn't that many calories. If you ate this meal 5 times a day, you'd be around 1,600 calories, which would have most people in a caloric deficit, excluding some very small people, probably women. So we've got 360 calories here. And then what you would normally see with a low-calorie meal is that it wouldn't be very high in protein, but that's not the case with this one. This actually has 41 grams of protein, 46 grams of carbohydrates, and only 1 gram of fat. Now, if you've watched former videos of mine, you know that I am a big fan of high carb. Yeah, I said it, high carb dieting for fat loss. And when I mean high carb, I don't necessarily mean objectively high carb, but I mean high carb relative to the number of fats you're consuming. So what I'm saying is eat more carbs than you do fats when you're dieting for fat loss. So the fact that this meal only has 1 gram of fat is pretty unreal. Now, to be fair, you still have fat minimums that you need to hit for the day, but if I can have a meal that's really high in protein and high in carbohydrates, then I can spend my fats elsewhere through the day. Maybe on something like peanut butter, mixed nuts, hemp seeds, even cheese, or fats from animal products. Also, Lean Kitchen has desserts. So the last time I was there, I got the donuts. Can't recommend them enough. I mean, granted, do they taste like gourmet donuts? No, but like that's not a dig at Lean Kitchen. You just can't get gourmet tasting donuts when you're sort of working within those caloric restrictions, which they are. So basically, when you get Lean Kitchen, know that like you're trying to get a really macro-friendly meal. So don't be too critical of like the desserts, right? Anyway, I got the donuts last time. I thought they were really good. Today, I got the protein berry muffins, which I'm excited to pop open here, if I'm strong enough to do it. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. So yeah, like, I don't know, it's a little protein muffin. Super exciting. The macros on this thing are, wait for it, 265 calories, 19 grams of protein in 2 muffins. I'll take it. And then 36 grams of carbohydrates and 5 grams of fat. Dude, if you pick up a muffin in a gas station or something like that, you are gonna be getting rocked with fats and carbohydrates, and there won't be any protein. So these are like protein infused muffins. So how can you use Lean Kitchen in your life if you live in Columbia, Missouri? Well, you just have to decide if, first of all, the money's worth it. I understand that not everybody can afford prepackaged meals. I'm not even that person, but I think it can plug really significant gaps in your diet structure if you need them. So for example, if lunch is a really pesky meal for you at work and you just can never manage to get like a calorically friendly meal in during the middle of the day, I don't know, shoot, just consider getting like 5 Lean Kitchen meals a week and relying on those for lunch. You're gonna get a really high protein meal, you're gonna get a low calorie meal, and it's gonna fit your goals, assuming they're fat loss. Now, I do wanna say that what's funny is that the reason I got 2 things today is because the calories are actually so low that for anybody on a massing diet or anyone who's trying to gain weight on purpose for like muscle, it's actually probably like not enough calories for most men. So for example, right now I'm on a 3,000 to 3,500 calorie diet depending on my training, and this barbecue chicken meal only has 360 calories. That means I would literally have to eat that meal 9 times a day to get my calories in. So to supplement that, I actually got the protein berry muffins. Really what I'm trying to say by that is the calories are really, really good. And if you're a person who doesn't want to think about calories, you can know that going to Lean Kitchen, you're gonna get a macro-friendly meal. You don't have to educate yourself maybe as much as you would if you were going out to eat somewhere else, because the fact that they're trying to design macro-friendly meals is working in your favor big time. So anyway, I don't want to blab on about it. I just wanted to show some love to Lean Kitchen. I will be going there more. I don't eat out very much, but the fact that these are now on my radar is huge for me. One last thing I do want to say is if you track your food, especially on MyFitnessPal, these suckers actually scan right into MyFitnessPal, which is awesome. You know, a lot of places that do prepackaged meals, they'll have the macros on there, which is nice, but they won't have barcodes, and so you can't scan them into your apps if you're tracking food. These scan right into the app. I just did it on my phone like 5 minutes ago, and I'm starving, by the way, just holding these, delicious items, not eating them. But yeah, if you're a person who tracks their food, absolute win. I'm gonna give Lean Kitchen a 10 out of 10. I think they're pretty affordable for what you're getting. I love the fact that I have neon green Tupperware now. It's pretty sick. Every meal is high protein and either high carb or high fat. But there aren't any meals that are high carb, high fat, and high protein, which makes sense. And lastly, I just like the vibe. I think it's cool that there's something here in Columbia, Missouri that's sort of looking out for the fitness community. People who want to keep their waistlines as tight as possible and to fuel their body with good stuff. So anyway, cheers to Lean Kitchen. Just wanted to show some love. 10 out of 10. If you want to hit them up, they're located over there by Tap House off of Green Meadows. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the video. If you haven't, go ahead and like my video. Just do it. I feel like I'm a likable guy. Like the video. I would super appreciate it. If you want to, turn on the notification bell. I'm going to be coming out with more and more and more content. And the battery's dying, so we're going to bounce off of here. We'll see you guys next time.